Rumors are that allegedly Porsha and Simon may have gone wedding broke. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha and Simon may have gone wedding broke. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Porsha and Simon are in hot water with some family members, friends, and employees. Since the cancellation of their two weddings in two countries event, those around the couple have been asking questions regarding the abrupt decision to cancel. One person close to the situation said that Porsha and Simon really left us scratching our heads. 1 minute they were flaunting their $1 million wedding plans in our face, then literally within a week's time the wedding was canceled. Everything seems so odd. How do you just cancel something that you allegedly say cost you $1 million to plan? So the question is, with the abrupt cancellation of Porsha and Simon's wedding, why are their family members, friends, and even employees allegedly upset with them? Well, allegedly, sources say, because of the quick cancellation of the wedding being so close to the actual wedding date, many guests and vendors weren't able to receive refunds for hotels, flights, and other wedding-related items. It was a big mess, ended the source. Allegedly, this move and inconvenience by the couple angered their team the most. A person close to the situation who wished to remain anonymous said, "So much wedding pre-work went into planning this $1 million affair in such a short time that looking back on it, it seems unbelievable that they would cancel it." Another source said, "It was all just disrespectful if you ask me. You allegedly had your entire team trying to plan and execute two huge weddings on two different continents in a matter of only 3 months' time, just to cancel, and leaving everyone wondering what happened. Everything was just so unprofessional and very damaging to team morale." So, the question is, have Simon and Porsha reimbursed their family members, friends, and vendors for the canceled wedding? Industry insiders say it's hard to tell. Allegedly, some family members have been reimbursed for travel but not accommodation, and allegedly others haven't been reimbursed for either. When it comes to completing vendor payments, sources close to the couple say that the two did complete all wedding vendor payments and they did honor all additional wedding contracts. Some reports suggest otherwise, said the source. However, with these two, you can never tell what's fact or fiction. Now, kinfolk, when I got word that Porsha and Simon were canceling their wedding and pushing it back, the first thing I thought about was, what are they going to do with all of these wedding vendor and wedding payments? Are they just going to flush this money down the toilet just to say, okay, we got some press and we're going to move on to the next headline that we can make as a couple? Now, looking in hindsight on everything and looking where the couple stands now versus where they stood over the summer, I can see why Porsha and Simon probably did cancel their wedding. And it's because of this. It seems like Porsha did take advice from some people, maybe her team, maybe her management, that it probably will make more sense to try to get back on Real Housewives of Atlanta and allow production to take care of some of the wedding expenses. Now, I did a video a couple months back over the summer, and we were talking about Porsha and Simon and how Porsha could be allegedly using a potential wedding to get a wedding special. Now, as the sources have been saying, and all the rumors have been also saying that allegedly Bravo has backed away from the table on giving Porsha her own wedding special, and also they have allegedly backed away from the table from giving Porsha another season of her spinoff. So then it seems as if that Porsha could be using the press and excitement of a wedding as a storyline to get back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And looking at it in hindsight, it seems as if that would be the better bet. But at the same time, to me, it goes to show you how much Porsha and Simon appear to be just day traders. And they never do things with the end game in sight. They never seem to do things with, okay, here's our goal, let's work towards it. So with the abrupt cancellation of their wedding, I could see them losing a lot of money and also a lot of goodwill with family members. Because now you allegedly have family members who may have been reimbursed, who may not have been reimbursed. Then you have wedding vendors who may have been reimbursed or may not have had their contracts fully honored. And so now, if the reports are true, and if you are to believe the rumors that they were already having a hard time planning these two big weddings, you can see how them just abruptly canceling has really set them back with the people in the group that they're going to need on their team and behind them to move Porsha into the next phase of her career. So kinfolk, it brings us to the next part of this rumor that I kind of can see where things are going, and it's this. It does appear, from what my sources are saying, that it looks like Porsha will be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. Now, if that is fact, or if you are to believe that rumor, that allegedly she's returning, then I can see where she is going with her storyline and her next move. Now, let's just give Porsha the benefit of doubt. Let's say she knew she was never going to have a wedding, right? And let's just say she set aside $50,000 to get the ball rolling on a wedding, just to get press going, just to get people talking, just to get social media going. Then it kind of signals like, okay, it was a smart move. It was a smart investment. And so now her knowing that her spinoff is allegedly canceled and that her wedding special is also allegedly canceled, then it seemed like a pretty good investment to move forward into the Real Housewives of Atlanta with a storyline of I'm getting married. But then it just reverts back to the same issue that she's been having, and it does seem as if she has not really learned from past mistakes. And the lesson that she is, to me, in my opinion, not fully understanding is you cannot burn certain bridges down after you have crossed them. And in Porsha's case, you can't burn bridges down before you even get the opportunity to cross them. So where is this taking Porsha and her brand and her relationship moving forward into the latter part of the year? Well, I think it's taking her this place. It's taking her to a place with Bravo that I feel that they're saying to themselves, or could be saying to themselves, because it's all speculation, that Porsha has not changed. She still stunts and tricks and shows, and we cannot put full investment into someone who we don't think is stable in her decision making regarding her own brand. Porsha and Simon have had 2 years to get this together, 2 years to roll this out the correct way. And a lot of sources say that Porsha really isn't interested in being a housewife anymore or being on television. And I could believe that because look how this has been rolled out. However, it does seem as if she does want to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she wants to continue to make that money and have that high profile career. But again, it just seems as if she just does not know the correct way to go about doing it. And so now, have only she kind of like burnt bridges with other wedding vendors and also probably rubbed her team allegedly the wrong way, you have Bravo who's seeing these things and they were like, okay, we can bring Porsha back. We can bring Porsha back for $5 million, but is she really going to have a wedding? Now, My money is on she probably would if you brought her back for $5 million or even $2 million, because her initial investment of planning the first wedding, she had recouped that, and then she can take a couple of dollars from her contract and plan her big wedding and give Bravo the footage and the content they need. But by the same token, it seems like she's just unable to do those things. And so now I can kind of see how this rumor could be factual, that her family members and friends and employees are upset because they don't see where she's going or where she's taking them. And I can see, with that being said, if family members, friends, and employees are also upset with her, allegedly, then guess who else will be upset with her? Bravo. Because they're saying the same thing, or could potentially say the same thing, that her team is saying about this inability to follow a plan and this inability to see a storyline through. So with this council wedding, I think Porsha may have been playing her hands too loose, and it probably left her in a worse position than she was in probably over the summer. But as my sources always say, we will just have to wait and see. Alright, kinfolk, if you enjoyed this video, as always, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys back on the next one. Peace.